Good evening guys, welcome to what is a rather impromptu vlog. Now this is a video I wanted to shoot purely because I've been doing the YouTube channel for almost a year now, and throughout that time I felt like you've not really had a good opportunity to really get to know me about what I'm about and so forth. So I thought, you know what, let me have a short ramble today so you can get a chance to actually learn more about me and about where I come from, what I like doing, what sort of cars I like, and so forth really. So without further ado, let's kick things off. Now, how long have I been driving? So I've been driving for 6 years now. Well, I started learning in March 2011, so in terms of actually being a qualified driver, I'm still approaching 6 years, so I passed in August 2011. So yes, I've been driving for over 5 years now, almost 6. Passed first time I'd have, I think it was 2, maybe 3 minors, I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but either way, I did a pretty good job. That looks just like my Ibiza. That's quite uncanny. Speaking of which, actually, I think it's worth, before we carry on, just having a quick update on my Ibiza. As you may have seen on my social media, it's poorly, I'm afraid, so that's why I'm in the Mazda MX-5 with the roof down. Of course, I've got the windows up, so hopefully there won't be too much wind noise, because I know that's that could be rather annoying on video. Yeah, back to the Ibiza, rambling already. So as you may have seen on my social media, it's poorly. I've got an engine warning light. I believe that the coolant sensor that was replaced last year is faulty, so that will need to be replaced, but hopefully that'll be able to be done under warranty, so that's not too bad. And I've also got 2, maybe 3 cylinder misfires. Brilliant. So at the moment in time, the Ibiza is at home resting whilst I try and somehow find some money to repair it, but hopefully it won't be too expensive a job. So yeah, so I'm in the Mazda MX-5 for the time being until the Ibiza gets fixed. So yeah, back to my driving history. As mentioned, driving over 5 years. In that time, I've owned 4 cars. So my first car was a 2001 Fiat Punto, finished in, what colour was it? I've completely forgot. I think the colour was something like dark grey or something. It was a really unoriginal colour. It had quite a few scratches on it, quite a few dents. I don't actually have any pictures of it, I'm afraid. The only pictures I have are actually from my wedding day, because it served as my mode of transport to my wedding. But I had the Punto for about a year or so. For the majority of its lifetime, it worked absolutely fine. Then it went through a phase where it just kept breaking, so it got to a point where I bought it for £900, but it was getting to a point where it felt like I was putting more money in to fix it than what I actually paid for the car. So I thought, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So I sold that. Funnily enough, just before I sold it, the power steering stopped working, but I was still able to sell it. In fact, someone came up all the way from Devon. Bear in mind, I live in South London. Someone came all the way from Devon to buy an old Fiat Punto which had no power steering. No, I can't work that one out either. There's loads of Fiat Puntos on the market which are, well, that work. So to come all the way from Devon, I still can't quite understand that one, but it is what it is. So I then got rid of that. I then got a 2012 Renault Clio Dynamic TomTom, which is fantastic. It was finished in diamond black was the colour, and it had gunmetal grey alloys, and it looked absolutely fantastic. It looked for nuts. Again, I don't really have any pictures of that either. It was really nice. It was nice spec. It had all the mod cons, Bluetooth, air conditioning, all that jazz. But I got bored of it really quickly after about 3 months or so, purely because it had no go. It had a 1.2 litre engine, petrol, but it just had no go. It just felt sluggish. And then in October 2014, just trying to remember the dates off the top of my head, I got the Seat Ibiza FR, which I still have, of course. bought that from quite a shady second-hand car salesman, but up until now I've not really had any problems with it, and it's been fantastic. I've taken it on 2 track days, and once it's fixed I intend to take it on more. And then that brings me on to the 4th car, which is of course my Mazda MX-5, the car that I'm currently sat in. So in regards to a car that I'd love to own, it has to be the Ford Focus RS. And I know that may not be the most exotic car to aspire to, but I think of it logically. It needs to be a car that I can actually afford to own and afford to run. So yes, the Ford Focus RS is at my moment my dream car, my dream sort of everyday car. In fact, I still enter BOTB every week in the hope that I win one, but I've never actually driven a Focus RS. I've sat in one, but I've never driven one. So if you're watching this and you own a Focus RS, please get in touch, because I'd simply love to drive it. But yes, that is a car which I would love to own. Now, I've actually been speaking to Ford quite recently in regards to getting some cars to test, and I was hoping and praying that I would be able to test the Ford Focus RS, but because of Ford's insurance, I have to be at least 28 years old to drive one, which I'm not. I'm 26 at the moment, and I turned 20. Come on, don't mind me, I'm just a car on the bloody road. Jesus, bloody pedestrians. So I'm 27 next month, but sadly that's still not old enough to drive the Focus RS, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I can't drive a Fiesta ST either, which doesn't quite make sense, but never mind. So in regards to me, now I've been doing Car Obsession for a year now. The actual website, the YouTube channel is almost at a year-old stage. But sadly that's not my full-time job. That's why I'm dressed like this, because today I've been doing my full-time job for the job that actually helps to put food on my table. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but it's a boring office job. I work in a call centre in Epsom, nothing really glamorous about it. If you're really interested, before that I used to work in gyms, so I used to sell gym memberships and work on reception, so again, nothing really glamorous. Yeah, so I don't really come from a car background as such. I've loved cars from a young age. I remember my dad's father-in-law used to bring me copies of Auto Express, and that's where it started from there really. And as a kid and a teenager and a young adult, I used to watch Top Gear, and that really got me into cars. I still watch Top Gear now, and I have to say the new Top Gear, the new format isn't half bad actually. Since I got rid of Chris Evans and changed it a little bit and tweaked it here and there, it's actually quite watchable and I quite enjoy it. So yeah, so you know, I've had a love of cars from an early age. I'm also quite passionate about football. I used to play football every Saturday, but because I'm so busy with what I do now with Car Obsession, sadly for the time being I've given football up. I may return to football when things get a little bit less busy, but for the time being football has had to yeah, I've had to knock it on the head, especially as my full-time job, I normally work around 50 hours a week. So, you know, it's difficult to fit my Car Obsession around that. That guy behind me looks so grumpy. He's driving a caterer, for God's sake. I'm waiting for him to crack a smile, but I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, my full-time job is, as near as makes no difference, 50 hours a week. So it means that I don't have a lot of time left for Car Obsession, so it is a struggle. And that's another thing I wanted to get across in this vlog, which I know has been probably going on for quite some time. I do have a tendency to waffle on, so apologies for that. You've probably learned that throughout the time you've been watching my videos. So for me, this is still not coming naturally to me, if I'm honest. I'm getting there slowly but surely, but I'm still learning as I go, and it's a steep learning curve. I do pretty much everything myself, so the website, the YouTube channel, the social media, all that jazz, that's all done by me. I don't really have anyone to help me out. My wife does help out with certain aspects, but it's still very much all me. And it's difficult, as you can probably appreciate. There goes the catering. As you can probably appreciate, finding the time is tricky. And for me, on another factor, it's difficult because this isn't something really I speak about very often. In fact, a lot of you watching probably don't even know, but I actually suffer with anxiety. Now, it's not as bad as it used to be. When I was younger, it used to be quite strong. So I'm now at a stage where I can manage it, but some days it is rather tricky. So that's why sometimes you'll probably find that I have difficulty getting my words out, and I have little stutters here and there, and I think that's mainly down to my anxiety. So this sort of thing isn't always easy for me, and there's times where I'll be shooting a video with my wife Patsy, she'll be helping out, and I lose my rag because I keep making mistakes. And you know, at the end of the day, I want everything I do to be to the best of my ability as possible. So I do set high standards for myself. I am hard on myself, and whenever I make a mistake, it hurts me, because I hate making mistakes. Now, I know everyone makes mistakes, but yeah, I am a bit of a perfectionist and I am hard on myself. So yeah, this kind of thing can be difficult for me because I put more pressure on myself than I need to, and I'll be the first person to admit that, but unfortunately that's part of who I am. I want everything I do to be done at a high standard. So yeah, so that's why sometimes I may come across a bit bumbly and a little bit as if, not so much I don't know what I'm talking about, but just I don't know how to put it. Not quite nervous, but I think bumbly, like I've just said, is probably the best way of putting it. For those of you that have been watching from the start, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and for those that have been going to my website and reading my articles, again, thank you so much. Because, okay, this is going to sound corny, everyone always says it, but without you, without your support, I wouldn't really be much. I'd just be someone at home writing articles, making videos for no one to watch or to read. So thank you. Hopefully there's so much more great stuff to come, and in fact the next few months are going to be quite busy. I've got more cars to test than ever, which is fantastic, and I've also got quite a few events to go to as well. So again, that's also rather fantastic. This police car's taken ages. I'm going to go. There are times where I felt like this isn't going anywhere, and I think, you know what, is this really worth it? But I think, you know what, no, I've put so much effort and time into this, I can't simply just give up. And plus my wife wouldn't let me, so she's been really supportive of everything I do, and there have been times where I wouldn't say I've neglected her, but she has come second best to a degree. So I'd like to thank her for all the support she has given me. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed what was a bit of a ramble, but also a little impromptu vlog about me. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done it already, please subscribe for many more car obsession videos to come. But until the next time, I will see you soon. Take care, guys.